chess world. I am Lucky Actor, your source for all about chess, bringing you the chess news of the day. We feel sorry to publish this news a bit late today due to technical issues that relates to the Cyclone Remao. We hope it reaches to you before it is too late in case you are not subscribed to our channel. However, today we are covering Norway Chess Round 1, 2 heartbreaker surprises. Dubai Open, Erdogmus leads and keeps taking his record to new height. Let's start with Dubai Open 2024. Erdogmus wins 3 in a row, Sadwani draws. In Round 3 of the Dubai Open 2024, Yagis Erdogmus wins again and jointly leads the tournament with Aronyak Ghosh and Eltaj Safarli. But all the eyes are on the 12-year-old Erdogmus, who has been on a streak to set a record no one knows how far will go. He broke Judith Polgar's record of being the highest-rated player before celebrating 13th birthday by winning the first game of the tournament and reaching 25-59. Since then, he keeps winning, and with his last win, he surpasses 2570 in live rating. Is he going to make it to 2600 before he turns 13? This kid will be watched by many for sure. Norway Chess Round 1, 2 heartbreaker surprises in Round 1 of Norway Chess 2024. Magnus Carlsen, arguably the greatest player of all time, stepped away from defending his world championship title. Ding Liren became the world champion without beating the world #1 player. We all know the story, and we all have been waiting to see their matchup in a classical game since then. Finally, we have had it in Norway Chess Round 1, and the chess world had the first shock of the event. But before we come to real shock, there was a small drama at the beginning of the round. Magnus was missing. Magnus played 3 moves in just 15 seconds and then disappeared.
Was closer than anyone, not named Damaraju Gukesh, right? Fabi was right there with chances against Jan Nepomniachtchi, as everyone knows now, in the last round. But he played phenomenal chess. Running all the stats that we do, I won't say for any of the reasons why behind the scenes at chess.com. We're always looking at the top players' games these days and how well they do according to certain algorithms. But Fabi played pretty much just as...
He went missing while his clock was running, although there's no increment before move 40. Everybody, including Ding, was wondering where he could be. He was searched for in the confessional booth, in the washroom, and in every possible place he could be, but no trace him. The clock ran for about 15 minutes before he reappeared. Where had he been? Let's hear it out from Nakamura.
All normal. I mean, it's pretty funny to see Magnus, in a situation with no increment from the start of the game. He's, in the back room eating. I think he had spent like 13 minutes just eating like noodles and salad or whatever it was, and then also a big pepperoni pizza before going back to his board 15 minutes later and finally moving and casting. I think it was Bishop E7 or casting as king. So kind of funny to see from the inside, certainly. I think those of you guys at home obviously can't see any of this, so it's probably pretty funny to think of Magnus just like chugging his water, I think, then eating a salad, eating pizza when he could have done it before the game. But anyway, of course.
However, back to real shock. Magnus returned having a nice meal, but the long-anticipated game ended after just 11 moves in a 3-fold repetition draw. Hearts broke, the spectators were left stunned, and a potential battle ended before even starting. The other 2 games were much more fighting but ended in draws, eventually meaning all 3 boards saw Armageddon to decide the winner. Hikaru won a spectacular game with black against Fabiano Caruana, and Magnus held draw with black with a tricky pawn structure set up on the board, meaning he won the match against Ding. But another small climax was there in Alireza versus Praghnanandhaa game, as the latter forgot the clock completely with a winning position in the board. He had just 1 second left, but it was Alireza who actually lost on time. However, the second heartbreaker came from the women's section. It is Pia Kramling, the 61-year-old living legend of women's chess, who came back to chessboard and set fire on it. The lady leading the outplayed one of the strong grandmaster of this era, Humpy Koneru, to get a winning position. In her time trouble towards the end, she offered a slim chance, and Humpy grabbed it to hold a draw, and later win the match in Armageddon. It is only round 1 0f10, and we expect a lot more excitement from the legend in coming rounds. However, the other 2 games of the women's section ended in draw too. World champion Ju Wenjun won in Armageddon against Vaishali, and Lei Tingjie won the Armageddon against Maria Muzichuk. Be ready for the big clash tomorrow between Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura, a game which will need no description to realize the hype. With that, we end our today's news. Stay tuned with us for tomorrow's news coverage. Until then, it is Lucky Actor signing off. Bye-bye.